I've always never disputed the fact that public speaking is a powerful tool to shape our lives and whatever we do. And the words we speak are powerful, and whatever we say goes a long way to shape us and make us. My name is Andy Opondinchi, and this is the Campus Show. You're warmly welcome to the Campus Show right here with me on Andy Opon Online TV. Let's take our quote for the day. We'll be right back. You are warmly welcome back to the Campus Show with me and Opondinchi, and I believe the quote we just heard, we just watched, will inspire you to do more for your life, and whatever you do will keep going. This is the Campus Show, and we are talking about the power of public speaking. I believe public speaking entails a lot, and it goes a long way to shape the speaker and the audience as well. And to do this with me is my own 2 p.m. But when I come back, you really know or get to know why I'm calling her 2 p.m. and why that name. So before I bring my guest in, let's see something or hear a bit about her. She's a freelance model who has worked with several brands after being in the industry for just 2 years. A writer, a blogger who has been writing for majority of her life and shares it on her blog post. She's an enthusiast for self-development and growth and loves to speak. And she is the winner of the Kasanupo Public Speaking Training and Contest. My lovely audience, I welcome Miss Adeline Thompson. Miss Adeline Thompson, you're welcome to the Campus Show.
Thank you.
Aspire to inspire. Finally, welcome to my show. Before we zoom into the real thing of the topic, I want to know you more, or a bit more, so that my audience will also know a bit about you. Who is Adelaide and what does she do?
Adeline is a final year student of the Ghana Institute of Journalism. I am a public speaker, a freelance model, I'm a writer. I am the first child of my family, and I'm very young.
Okay.
Yes, so that's just a little bit.
Okay, I want us to talk about or find out the model aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do? Is it a runway model that you do?
I am mostly a photo model. I work with brands who want to push their goods out there. Mostly photo. I don't do runway yet. I don't have the confidence
But
for
do
runway.
you inspire to also get into it if maybe you
Hopefully in the future. But for
Okay.
now, my focus is into photo modeling.
photo modeling? And we spoke about brand something. So
Yes.
you are also an ambassador for certain brands,
Yes, I
and
am.
other you portray their products and other stuff.
Yes.
So what are some of the few or one brand you had worked with?
Recently it was with Fleur Pazienza, which is an underwear brand, and a very popular Cote d'Ivoire bikini brand, which is Mulia Swims. I've worked with them as well, and I'm a brand ambassador for that as well.
Oh, okay, I see. Then I think I need to start coming so that it's not some check for me. The money is coming. Well, guys, what do you think? I think we need to start coming there. Okay, I see. Now let's speak about the big talked about issue. 2 p.m. The winner for the Kasanupo Public Speaking Contest and Training. But before we even zoom into it, I want to congratulate you,
Thank
as
you.
I have already done. We all did well, but you also put up the best. And as they always say, everyone can be, what do you call it, winners. But they need to be one selected to lead us to be a winner. And hopefully, unfortunately, you are the one who is the winner. So congratulations. How
you
did
very
it
much.
happen for you? And then how did you get to know about Kasanupo?
The CEO of Kasanupo was a friend of mine when we were both in GIG. Before he completed, I joined their master class, I think in 2021, and I found out about the training and contest and decided to further my knowledge on public speaking. I joined only to do my best, but to the glory of God, I won, and it was a very honorable experience.
So how does it feel you contesting with? I always say this: no matter how good you think you are, unless you come out of your shelf and you also know that there are gurus out there. So you competing with these various and varied talents or people that you contested with, which
Yes.
I'm inclusive myself. How does it feel? How do you feel for you to be a winner that you're sitting here? How does it feel?
It's honestly all surprising, anytime somebody congratulates me and I think about, hey, was I really the one who won? It's all a very nice feeling though. And a very learning experience as well, because you
Okay.
get to learn from your other contestants as well.
I see. The D-Day, you were given some package and all that, so
Don't
I'll
worry.
come home so that we share it. The other contestants, leave them around. I'll come home alone so that we share.
No problem.
So
You can
let's now
follow
talk
me.
about your life when growing up. Which school did you go to? How was your life when growing up like? Did you inspire to become a speaker that you are today?
I was rather shy when I was growing up. I went to Fountainhead Christian School in Sakumono. I wanted to join the drama club, but I didn't have the confidence to do that. But I really wanted to speak. I wanted to do something. And
Okay.
so in the end, I joined the choir in senior high school because I felt like it was another way to be out there without really being out there. It was like a group thing. But once I entered university, I realized that there are opportunities out there that you won't have to take as a group. You have to go out there yourself. So I decided to take the initiative of building myself in different areas, public speaking inclusive, and then taking a step forward in that direction.
When you say there are certain things you don't need to take as a group, what are some of the things in a group you take, and then alongside you have to take as a single person as you did?
So, for example, in university, you be given group works. Usually stand at the back and let somebody else do the presentation because you feel like you're not confident enough. But after
This one day I can relate.
so
I can
after,
relate.
after doing like learning public speaking and then learning that confidence is one of your key tools, one of your key skills. When the presentation happens this time, like, hey, I want to do it this time, and it's very good. It
Okay.
increases your confidence and all that.
So I am as part of doing a group whereby you allow other people to go out there to present for you
Yes.
in a group, and then you on the other side, so you coming out from your shell or whatever it is to also do your best for yourself. You being in GIG right now, are you holding any position in school?
Oh no, I didn't want to be part of the political scene on campus.
Is there a reason?
I'm not a political person. I feel like I have very strong opinions and I don't feel like it will sit well with a lot of people. So I just sit back and let other people argue about it.
Okay.
Yes. But I try my best to take leadership positions in class. I've been a course rep before. It didn't really go well, but it was a good
I
experience.
can imagine when I came to level 100 and I didn't want that because I know how leadership enters and all that. So when I was being given the course chef in level 100, I objected it. But yes, so other people were saying go for it. The stress I had to go
Oh my
through,
God, it was
coupled
horrible.
with your assignments and also you were course rep, but no longer a course
Oh, no,
rep.
no, no, no
Oh, okay. And you don't want to also go in for leadership position and all that. Okay. Now let's talk about the crux of the matter. When did the interest? I think you made mention point in your time, but when did you actually realize that I'm cut for this? I'm good for this public speaking something. I want to do it as part of my career, or let me even go for training as you did for Kasanoko. When did it actually happen?
The first real push that I had was in senior high school. When my badge was leaving Wesley Grammar, there's this thing that they do where we read like a recap of our experience in the school.
Okay.
And I was tasked to write about that because a lot of people knew that I write. So I did the writing, and then the day came and nobody wanted to read. So they said, since you're the one who wrote it, go and
Then
read.
go and read it.
And on the stage, I was shaking, I was shivering, I was still reading
I
it.
can imagine.
And it was a lot, like the whole school was there. And when the thing was over and then everybody was going back to their various dorms, people came up to me and were like, wow, you did a good job. And I'm like, eh?
But when you were standing there, your legs were shaking like something
I
else.
could feel my voice shaking. I could feel my hands trembling. But the moment I got down, people were saying that you did a very good job. I could hear you from the back. Like, oh, okay.
Adeline, this is not to cut you short, but to
Yes.
add up to the conversation we're having right now. But most of the times, I've kind of experienced this. I'll be presenting or doing something whereby I think this thing and they are not doing well. But the good thing which our coach from Kasanuko, that's
Yes.
Efo, normally tells us, as a speaker, you don't have to leave the stage.
Yeah.
So I don't leave the stage, I do present. But within me, I feel I'm not doing so well. But when I finish,
The
and for instance, a
applause,
video,
yes.
I could see that, they said I was shivering. It doesn't look like I'm shivering. So
Exactly.
that's what happened, and people were thinking that
Oh.
people were saying you did well.
Thinking I've done everything, but
Wow.
me up there.
You know, I can imagine. But you made mention that in SSS, isn't it? You wrote something or that. But when did the passion? I believe you have passion for public speaking as you do have
Yes.
for your mother. When did it actually start for you?
As a child, I think there was this poetry recital.
Okay.
I remember it very clearly because I remember that most of my friends were crying and presenting on stage. I don't remember exactly what I spoke about, but it was about the various regions in Ghana. And I did the presentation in both English and in Ghana because I'm a Ghana.
Okay.
And the moment I was done, there was this loud applause because every other child was crying and then running off the stage. My parents were getting congratulated because I did a good job with the presentation. I think that's what sparked an interest in me to speak in public and speak to people in general.
So, Adeline, moving on, you being the winner for the Kasanuku Public Speaking Training Contest, I'm sure there's a lot we learned during this 8 weeks of training. And on the final day, I want us to, when we say public speaking, for the benefit of my audience, when we say public speaking, or even someone who also yearns to enter into the public speaking fraternity, what does public speaking entails to you?
Public speaking is being able to communicate and speak to the heart of the audience that you are talking to. One of the very key skills that we were taught during the training was being able to connect with your audience. Everybody can talk, but in the end, very few people are able to leave a message with their audience. And I think that's what public speaking entails, being able to leave an impression, a message, an ideology with your audience.
Okay, so there should be a key note something. So you can't just say you are talking on a topic or you are going to talk about something whereby there is no topic about it.
Exactly.
There should be a topic. And with a beginner, someone who is a beginner, where should a person start from? Someone like you started from, you said your infancy, but someone who maybe is at our age or even older than us and want to enter into public speaking, where should a person start from whereby you take it a step at a time?
One of our trainers, FO, mentioned that public speaking can be done anywhere, online and in person. So, like this, what you're doing right now on YouTube, they can make YouTube videos. TikTok is available. Even on WhatsApp, they can create a group where they host discussions, where they allow people to come and share their ideas and they will moderate between the people that they've invited. They can gather a group of friends and say, hey, I want us to talk about this today. Let's meet here. I'll share my ideas and everybody can discuss. If you are still in school, take up the presentation role. Don't let somebody else do it. You never know what you can do when you finally take the step to do something that you've never done before. So all these things play a part in teaching you what to do when it comes to public speaking.
Wow, I see. Then public speaking as a whole entails a lot.
Yes, it
entails
does.
a lot. Then apart from the Kasanuko training that you had, how have you developed yourself in the act, or how were you, or are you still developing yourself in the public speaking fraternity?
So because I write, I mostly share what I do online. I share videos of myself reading some of the things that I've written. I mostly do a lot with my family. And
Okay.
even prior to the finale, I trained with my family. They would give me their critique on what I'm doing, and then I build it from there. I have friends that would allow these group discussions, and we are given the voice to speak, the chance to speak. It's all part of the training process to giving you the big stage that everybody is looking out for in the future.
So during the public speaking training, you went as far as training with your parents.
Oh yes,
Wow.
it was interesting.
So that guy, there is no doubt why she took the mic. But how can you train with your parents? I think the next public speaking contest I join, I'll train with my parents and my grandparents as
Yeah.
well. I have to. Please continue.
Yes, so people will think that, oh, your parents don't know what you're talking about, but having them as an
Yeah,
audience
exactly.
is good because they'll tell you that this joke that you said over here, maybe say it this way instead, and then they'll give you their experience. The speech that I did wasn't written. Like I said, I took it from the things that were growing in my house.
Yeah.
So when I tell them this is the plant I'm using and in the lesson, they'll tell me like, it doesn't match. Use this instead. So with having somebody there to give you a critique before you go on stage is always important.
Guys, let's take a quick breather and watch this a contest. When we come back, we'll continue the show.
2 p.m. 2 P's and 1 M. I'm sure you're wondering what this is about, but I'll get back to that in a moment. If you grew up like me, if you grew up as me, there are some things, some sentences that you would continuously hear, even on a day-to-day basis. For me, it was hearing, clean your room, dress like a lady, eat well. In fact, I remember hearing, Kasimoni, Konike Achiaboyo Womini Abiwake 6 times 2 Nonya kept well. Which is just to say I should learn hard enough to be able to answer questions that are thrown at me at any time. Shout out Mr. Thompson. All this while, there's one thing that I remember from my childhood, from as long as I can remember. My dad saying that he learned everything by observation. And observation is what has created my message for you today. So back to the beginning. 2 p.m., 2 P's and 1 M. The plantain, the pear, and the mango trees. These 3 trees have been growing in my home for as long as I can remember and have informed my message for you today. The plantain, which is the first tree, fell one fateful night during a storm, and naturally we decided to throw it over the wall to the other side. But that day, I believe that the plantain sang a very popular childhood song. And if the soldier falls down, hey! I didn't hear you. And if the soldier falls down, hey! Yes, indeed, that plantain was in the army of the Lord because the stone that was cast away became the cornerstone. That plantain stood and is currently bearing fruit and is even looking nicer than when it was in our house. The second, which is the pear, bore a lot of fruit in its first fruit season. But when the second fruit season came, its branches were touching the wire fence on our wall. This prevented it from bearing a lot of fruit. But when it did, it bore 1 fruit. And with each passing day, the fruit got bigger and bigger, almost as big as my brother's head in the corner over there. And when we ate it, gamebake, peya inku, delicious pear. The last one, which is the mango, was growing at a very inconvenient spot in our house. And in an aim to discourage it, we decided to cut it down completely. At this point, I'm convinced all the plants in my house can sing, because it said, our roots are old. Any Heart of Folk fans in the building? Yeah. Then you understand me when I say that the mango said, never say die until the bones are rotten. Yeah. So my message for you today is, whatever life throws at you, think 2 p.m. When you leave the boundaries of this school, think 2 p.m. Make sure that you stand your ground like the plantain. Focus on what you can control like the pear. And then when it came to the mango, do not let what life take away from you discourage you from reaching your dreams. When I say 2 p.m., you say never say die until the bones are rotten. 2 p.m.
Never say die until the bones are rotten.
2 p.m.
Never say die until the bones are rotten.
Thank you.
Guys, you see, I believe you enjoyed the presentation she did. It entails a lot. Now, back to you here. When you were giving the presentation and all that, I was seated down comfortably, listening to you intensely, and then nodding my head as the words coming after each other. And it's like you just writing and reading. But here lies the case. You are telling us something from your head. And you know, at times put things in our head and then get in front of people and then get
mess it
confused
up.
and all that. So what went into it and how did it come about it as you were even telling us to use your parents and all that? Briefly about that.
So one thing I like to do is before I practice my speech, I have to write what it's about.
Okay.
If I'm writing, for example, about coffee, what do I know about coffee? I write the points about coffee that I know and then build my speech around it. That way it's easier for me to know what comes after the other. For the speech that I did, I didn't write it down because I knew that memorizing it will be difficult. So
Okay.
even on stage, a lot of the things that I said, if you were there during the rehearsals, you will know that, oh, she has added something here, she has removed something from that place. One thing you should always do is familiarize yourself with your content before you go on stage. Else, like you said, you will miss certain things.
Exactly, because
Yes.
your content too, aside it being interesting, was kind of bulky, short though. So it's like talking about the mango tree, then you
Yes.
come here, and the way you interrelated both of them, I wasn't confused listening to you. You got the story on track and all that. So you need to get related, as you're saying, or familiarize yourself with the content.
Yes.
I see. How can one make money with public speaking?
Public speaking comes in different forms. Even the singers that we see all the time, they are doing a form of public speaking, just that theirs has a little melody to it.
Okay.
TikTok is there. People will share their everyday life, sitting on their bed, no makeup, with their messy hair, but they are making money. When brands see that you are confident in the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, they would want to add you to their family and then pay you to speak on them, like speak about them. So I feel like starting small is very necessary. You can't just take one step onto the big stage. You need to take several tiny steps to make money. Ethel mentioned one thing, that to be a proper public speaker, you should have about 300 stages. I'm not sure if the number is right, but about that large number of stages. So if you're going to wait for someone to come and call you, it's going to be difficult.
And where you are now, how are you going to get everybody to call you and then get there?
Exactly. So if you're not putting yourself out there, nobody is going to know about you.
Okay.
So starting small, sometimes it might take money out of your pocket, but putting yourself out there always pays off. When the money starts coming, you want to even have enough bank accounts to keep it in.
Tell you.
That's
So
what I feel.
what we're trying to tell us here on the campus show is that you starting small is by using social media that we
Yes.
have Twitter. Sorry, yeah, even Twitter to the
Now we
Twitter
have
space,
space, yes.
exactly. Then YouTube and then the TikTok and
Very,
even
very
doing other stuffs and all that. Guys, I think this is a loaded conversation we are having here with Adeline Grace Thompson. My name is Sandy Opondinchi. We are taking a quick breather. We'll be back with more. Yeah, welcome back to the campus show here with me and Yopondinchi. The topic we are discussing is the power of public speaking. Public speaking is a great profession that you out there, if you are looking forward to enter into, will be a great deal for you. And our guest here, Adeline Thompson, is sharing some nuggets here whereby you don't have to miss any of them at all. She's telling us that you can start small. And starting small requires you to start with YouTubing or TikTok, Twitter space, among others. Then when you do that, you can now leverage up on your skill, and then brands can come now and money can become in the bank account, whereby when I ask for money from you, you can send me some more. So yeah, welcome back to the show, Adeline. So moving on to with our conversation, I believe with there's a saying that our problems never ends, and problems or challenges are here on earth with us. So I believe with public speaking as well, there are some challenges. What are some of them that you have encountered whereby you want to let our audience and myself know?
Okay, for public speaking, when you are called to speak on a particular topic, the chances that you have no idea about the topic can be high.
Okay.
Researching and finding a lot on the topic can be a struggle sometimes, and getting yourself acquainted with the topic too can be hard. Now, another thing is your audience. You might be sent to speak to an audience that is not willing to listen to you. They are not even interested in what you're about to talk about. Let me just use to get the audience into the message that they're trying to put out there. It doesn't always work, and you won't always get the excellent speech that you're looking for.
Okay.
But the best thing is to keep doing what you're doing. Another thing is work. You won't always have somebody coming to look for you to work for them. So putting yourself out there and building your brand, honing your skill is more important than looking for people to come and look for you all the time. So I think these are a few struggles that public speakers face. And they're not something that can break a person down, but everybody has their level of tolerance. But it can be something that can be worked on and overcome in the long run.
Wow. It's been something that can be worked on and then you getting good at it. Are you looking forward to taking this as a profession?
Definitely, definitely. I want to be able to speak, and when people ask about me, public speaking should be one of the things that I'm known for.
Okay. So and asking or talking about you taking it as a profession, I'm also talking because public speaking as it is, you also need to get time for it.
Yes.
As you are even training yourself, you took this 8 solid weeks for the training. If you didn't block time or find time to go for the class or the training every week, I don't think we would also acquire the knowledge we are having. But yes, so we did. And then talking about you now taking this as a profession, what people or brands just come in as and when. They don't know your schedule. So
Exactly.
if you are having your work that you are doing and this is not a profession, how can you correlate with that? That's why I'm asking if you want to take it as a profession.
I think one important thing that everybody needs to learn is balance. If you are able to hone your skills to the point where when they are coming to ask for you, they'll ask you for your schedule. I think that's the best thing, because when you're starting out, you can't really make compromises. There might be times where things will clash and you have to make the choice yourself. And when you reach that level of halfway day or Jerry Ajololo, they'll come and ask you for your schedule, and then they'll put it when it's most convenient for you.
Okay. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
A couple of magazines, few more stages, and a very popular blog.
Wow. And you spoke about a couple of magazines. Have you been on the front page of a magazine?
It's an online magazine, but I would
Okay.
like the hard copy one where you see in a shop.
Wow,
Yes.
wow. Then we can't wait for the international magazine whereby
Definitely.
it will go all over the world and all that. So, guys, you're still watching the Campus Show. I've gotten to another exciting segment on the show, which is called the Campus Fun segment. This is a time whereby we have fun with our interviewees to find out how smart they are. But guys, as you have already heard, my guest here is the winner of Kasanopo Public Speaking Training Contest. So there's no way I think she will fail this. We'll be right back. Guys, you are welcome back to the Campus Show here with me and Leopold Dinchi, and we are discussing the power of public speaking. Our guest here, Adeline Grace Thompson, has given us so much, encouraged us, and given us some nuggets and some wisdom, I must say for sure, on how to start our public speaking career if we want to get into such. And where we have gotten to the Campus Fun segment. This is a time, as I said earlier, we have with our interviewees to find out how smart they are, and most importantly, have fun together with them here on the show. And as you can see right here it's the Peppers, my producer, as I like to call him, plus my cameraman has put together some unknown thing even to myself. Then we'll pick them one after the other and act them. The rule of the game is that one will pick and then act it out. Then the other will answer what it is or what the person is acting out. And then when he or she is able to act it out or say the right thing, the person gets 1 mark. But if the person doesn't or is not able to mention the right word, then it gets 0 marks. So I think we should start now. So Adeline, they always say ladies first. So please go ahead first and then pick one.
Just act it out.
Just act it.
Let me see.
Guys, I don't know why she's laughing, but I'm sure it entails a lot. But I'll get it. I'm also smart. I'll get it. You're dancing. You're dancing in church. You're partying. You're having fun.
No. Your first answer, but as a noun.
Dancer. Aye! Guys, I got it. Although she helped me.
But I wanted to
Guys, so now it's my turn now to do something. I hope somebody didn't write something difficult on this paper. Okay, I'll get it. Sammy, but why do you have to write this? Okay, I'll do it. Actually, this one I can set.
briefcase. Banker.
Good. Guys, so who is good? Is it the actor or the one answering?
The actor is good.
Guys, you see, I'm equally good as my guest here. So now let's continue.
Yeah, okay. Please, I hope I don't have to do another dance.
Oh, why?
Okay.
Do you have to stand again? Okay. A teacher. A preacher. Give me 5. We are doing well. Guys, I believe you are enjoying it. Now it's my turn now.
Oh my god.
Hey. From banker to
Oh my god.
Mason. But how did you get it? I did.
Please.
Oh, guys, we are good. Guys, you should join us here. Join us on the campus show and let us give you some nuggets on
tips.
how to act and then also know how to say the right word. Actually, I think it's your turn now.
Okay. I hope. Producer. That is Raji.
A student. Wow. Okay, the next one. Okay, Adeline, I think this one you get it.
Driver.
Driver.
Yeah.
And then do the last one.
Okay.
Okay, we left with one.
Hey. Okay, let me open it and see. Right here.
A teacher. Guys, I think you should buy us some what? Is it papaya or pizza?
Yes, pizza.
You like pizza? Bring us pizza.
Mother?
Mother.
I was going to say pregnant woman after that.
Hey. Wow, this is so fun. I think we have had the most exciting part of the show right here, although we have learned so much on the topic, which is the power of public speaking. And I believe we have also had so much fun wherever you are watching us from, either on your flat screen TV, on your phone, or at work trying to steal some time and watch the campus show because you want to enjoy yourself. This is the campus show. Let's go take a quick breather. We'll be back with more. Starting a public speaking career or using it as a part-time job doesn't entail a lot, even money or hard work, whatever it is. As our interviewee here, Miss Adeline Thompson, has encouraged and given us or shown us the light that it takes your phone on Twitter or TikTok to start with. And it's unfortunate that is where we have to end the campus show with Miss Adeline Thompson. But before we go, we want to let her give us her social media handles for you to follow her, to know what she's up to and all that. So that one day when she gets to be on the billboard, you can give her the shout out she needs to have. So give us social media handles.
Adeline Thompson on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and on TikTok. My name is the same across all social media handles.
Adeline Thompson, of course. So guys, do well and follow our guests here, and then your final words could be an advice. It could be them, could be telling them to do something for you, or trying to take up a tax or something. It could be anything in general.
In life, do not let anything stop you from reaching your goal. Learn as much as you can. Take up tasks that you'd rather not. Step out of your comfort zone to reach your goal. That is all I have for you, and see you in the future.
So, guys, it's so unfortunate this where time will allow us to meet. I wish this thing can go on and on, learning and keeping some nuggets here with our winner from the Kasanuko Public Speaking Training Contest to be able to learn and teach us certain things in public speaking. And also the fun segment part, we can be able to go on and on. But, you know, with everything, we have to allot time on it. But she encourage whatever that you aspire to acquire, make sure you don't forsake it or leave it there, whatever people say or whatever challenges you meet. As our slogan is the campus show, aspire to inspire. Make sure you reach your aims to be able to also know how and get the means to inspire other people to rise. My name has always been Andy Opondinchi. Meet you in the next episode.
Walk like I'm winning, raise like it's finished, live with no limits, 'cause I know you're the biggest. It's in my DNA, I'm filled with your glory, and I always win when I follow your calling.